I was here teaching at the college, and then my gallbladder was hurting really bad. I was bent over. I didn't want to cancel class, but I thought, I need to go because I'm in a lot of pain here. I was thinking, what am I gonna do? Because I can't talk on the phone. I have a cell phone with me, but it's not compatible with tiny typewriters. I tried to text my daughter, she was stuck at work. So it was an emergency. My gallbladder was about to burst. My doctor said, wow, you barely made it.
How I felt when these emergencies happened to my precious dad was, it's not fair. What happens if my dad didn't have me or his relatives that could hear? What happened to other deaf people who don't have a hearing friend or relative that can come and help? I don't want this to happen again to anyone. And that's why I started Access SOS, to change this system. It's a really easy to use icon picture-based system. So you just quickly press a couple of buttons and then we send that information to 911. Also, how we make things accessible for people who don't speak English. For example, if their phone's system is running in Spanish, our app loads up in Spanish. We translate that information to English to send to the 911 call center. We work in partnership with domestic violence organizations to let them know about our app and how they can have that access in those situations where someone is really scared and maybe can hear and can speak English, but their abuser is next to them and they don't want to speak out loud for help. 911 was built in the 1960s and 1970s on old landline systems. And so accepting a text message to 911 for some 911 call centers is very expensive, and some have not caught up. Right now in the United States, there's about 70% of 911 call centers that can't accept text messages to 911. So our app bridges that gap in access by translating that text to a phone call to 911. With more support, city support, and funding, I'm really hoping that we are able to launch and my parents can use it when they have an emergency. That's the real ultimate goal of Access SOS.
It's amazing for me and my wife and other deaf people who are frustrated with communication. Texting is the best way. It's faster. It's better that way without having a third party. So I'm hoping that this really spreads throughout the US for the deaf and hard of hearing. Then we would have 100% access as well.